It is indeed a great pleasure to be honored to introduce to you one of Liberia's brightest daughters. Please pay your undivided attention as we introduce to you one of Liberia's brightest daughters. Our dynamic keynote speaker was born unto the blessed union of Mr. and Mrs. Sei Zawalo Glay in the township of Pinsville, Monroeville, Liberia. In 2009, she obtained her bachelor's degree in sociology and public administration from the African Methodist Episcopal University in Liberia. Between 2010 and 2013, she obtained her master's degree from the Kofi Annan Institute of Conflict Transformation from the University of Liberia and the Nicholas Copernicus University in Toronto. In 2018, she acquired her PhD with distinction in sociology again, with specific emphasis on the escalation of conflict. In the course of her study, she attended a teacher training course where she was awarded a certificate in teaching. Her key academic interest is based on the transformation of the human mind and society. She has written a plethora of research articles about sexual violence against women, conflict escalation within society. The most recent masterpiece she is working on is titled Going Beyond the Common Concept of Poverty. She has served both in her country and abroad. In 2006, she did her first internship at the United Nations Mission in Liberia, UNMIL, where she served as a counselor to repatriated combatants or ex-rebels. In 2014, she worked as a language teacher at the Wall Street Institute in Konya, Republic of Turkey. From 2016 to present, she has been working as a research assistant and language advisor at the Konya Food and Agriculture University in Konya, Republic of Turkey. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a big hand of applause as I invite to the podium our dynamic, brilliant, scholarly, humble, intellectually sophisticated keynote speaker in the person of Dr. Apia Precious Glay for her keynote address. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think I have to greet again. Good evening, everyone. Okay, thank you. Now it's okay. Without pleasure, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the audience for giving me the platform to come and talk to you on this topic. To our distinguished guests, our Turkish and African brothers that are here with us present, we said thank you for leaving your work and joining us to celebrate this day. We appreciate. And I guarantee you that today is actually one of the best times. Why? Because we left our country and we are far away from Liberia. But yet then still, we are equally able to celebrate the 26th like they are celebrating. So for this reason, we said this is a unique occasion. So you just enjoy yourself and feel at home. Moreover, we are surrounded with and by you. So we thank you for coming. Can you put your hands together for yourself? So there's a common word or common terminology that is used everywhere that I'm going to talk about today. I'm coming closer because I want to be closer to you. So there's a common word that we use all the time when we turn our television on. The media talks about it. When we turn the radio on, we hear it on the radio. And today we are going to talk about that terminology. And what it is it's called poverty. Poverty. Who doesn't know that word, poverty? You don't know poverty. I wish I said in are you French? English? Oui, but you don't know poverty. We know. All of us know. Yes, so. Yeah, this is a common word that is used all the time, poverty. But what is poverty actually? What does this word really mean? We have learned and we have heard over the time. For example, Merriam-Webster dictionary tells us that poverty is a lack of fertility. Poverty is a lack of social acceptable amount, which means poverty is, according to UN poverty statistics, poverty is living below the standard of $1. So if you live below the standard of $1, you are poor. And if you don't have the common recreation activity in your country, you are poor. If you don't eat daily meal, the 3 meals, the breakfast and lunch and dinner, if you cannot afford, you are also poor. This is the definition of poverty. But then I have a different concept of poverty, and I think thanks to the person that introduced me, because I'm working on that paper right now, and I just thought to talk to you about it so that we all can join hands together and work against that poverty. So, you know, the kind of poverty that I'm going to talk about tonight is called the mental poverty. It's not about no food. It's not about no clothes. It's not about no recreation. It's about our mind. It's about the ability to think. According to John Maxwell, he said, think for a change. So it's about thinking for a change. I just gave you a scenario. 2016, I went on a tour with my friends to Lithuania, and in a cold winter, in January, we were in Lithuania. We went on a tour with my friends. And we had a good time in the capital city, Vilnius, and we moved around and searched what we wanted to search about. By 6 o'clock, like 6 or 7, because it was winter, so it gets darker quicker. So yes, by 7 or 8, we decided to have our lunch, not lunch, but dinner. And then we ate. After that, it was so early to go to bed, to go to our hotel. And then we decided to find somewhere to go and hang out, because we cannot go on vacation and then go to bed so early. So then we went to a pub. We decided on a pub. And then we went to a pub to drink something. But something astonishing happened. When we went to that pub, the thing is, I was the only black person among all my friends. So when we entered the pub, everybody started to stare at me. I hope we are listening, because when we went to the pub, everybody started to stare at me, and I was a little bit stoned, and I was like, why are they staring at me? And then I realized that I'm the only black. That's why they are staring at me. Of course, I started to blush, because I'm the only black, and black is beautiful, of course. So yeah, I started to blush, and we went on the bar. I took my drink, and we went and sat down. And while sitting, we started chatting with my friends and other people. As the night went by, I stopped. My drink was almost finished, and I had the waitress come up to me and said, "Do you want a refill?" I'm like, "No, your country is so expensive. Don't make me to spend my money." And she said, No, you are not the one that is going to buy. Somebody wants to offer you. And I'm like, wow, somebody wants to offer me. And I said, okay. I took the offer. And then it's like this person was kind of monitoring me, like trying to offer me and whatever I want. So some few minutes later, again, the waitress came up to me and said, do you want a refill? And I'm like, but why are you just refilling my glass? Is there anything the matter? And she said, yes, there's somebody who's offering you. And then this time, I decided to know who this person is. And I turned like this, and he just waved. And I waved at him too, and continue. I said, okay, I want another one. Yeah, so as the night went by, like 24, midnight, everybody's chatting, people are tipsy here and there. Then he summed up the courage to come and talk to me. Yes? He summed up the courage to come and talk to me. And he asked me, like, what is your name? And I said my name. He said, you're so beautiful. I said, thank you. And, we chatted for some few minutes. And guess what? Now it was time for him to know where I'm from. So he said to me, he asked, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Liberia. Don't clap because the story is going somewhere. And then he just paused for 3 seconds and said, come again? Where are you from? I said, I'm from Liberia. He said, no, you can't be from Liberia. It's not possible. Why? Thanks for the question. I asked the same question. Why? No, you can't just be from there. It's not possible that you are from Liberia. And I'm like, I'm from Liberia. And he got so upset. And he started to say to me, if you know you are from Liberia, why did you accept my offer? So, and I said, why won't I accept your offer? Because I thought you were from America. That country is so poor. That country is so dirty. And you know you are from that dirty country. Why did you take my offer? And he started to shout, and people, you came in here and you look like you are from America, you are black American, and only to hear that you are from Liberia. And he really made a scene anyway. And my friends came and talked to him, and we left. But why am I saying this story? Because when we left and I went to my hotel, I really didn't sleep. I really thought a lot. I started thinking about something. Why am I humiliated tonight? Because I'm from a country. Why is somebody telling me that, because maybe, I don't know why he said that, but I thought about it and I realized that there's something that we need to change about ourselves so that when we get out there, we can have the full respect other people have. And this thing is what I term as the mental poverty. When we pour in our mind, people take advantage of it. People creep over it. And first of all, the mental poverty that I'm talking about is basically the lack of ability to think, as I said. And what is the cause? So let's define the poverty. From that night, I realized that poverty is defined in 2 ways: the cause and the effect. The cause is actually, the effect of poverty is the one that we don't have food, we don't have clothes, we don't have, according to, the media anyway, we don't have clothes, we don't have shoes. But the cause of the poverty is our mind. It's because of the way we think. And thank God we are all academicians here. We are all people that want to be out there. I hope we will not just come to Turkey, learn for ourselves. Otherwise, you will go somewhere also and people will humiliate you like I was a victim. So you have to learn and change the mind, the concept for yourself. And why is it this cause of poverty overshadow us? Number one thing, I have 3 things to tell you tonight that as a student and, as veterans, people that will go out in a society, you should try to eliminate these things, mitigate these things from your society. Number 1 is the dependency syndrome. We have on our continent, realistically speaking, we have this dependency syndrome. We depend on them for everything. We depend on them for everything. And when we depend on them, they humiliate us. Nobody comes to your continent because they love you so much. It's not the reality. The reality is people come because of their interest. So if you sit and allow people to come and tell you that we love you, that's why we came, and you depend on them so much, you won't do anything. That means they will think for you. They will tell you what to do. And don't get me wrong, if a person tells you what to do, of course he controls you. He controls your being. He controls everything. So the spirit of dependency syndrome, as young students and as people that will leave and go out, we ask that you get rid of this spirit of dependency syndrome in your society and in your life. Number 2 thing is self-complacency. Self-complacency means we are content where we are. When you achieve something, for example, you just achieve, I just obtained my doctorate degree, and I'm complacent. I don't want to go further anymore. That spirit of complacency, as African, as Liberian, we should get rid of it. We should put that spirit behind us, because it causes no growth. It causes you not to grow. And number 3 thing I will talk about is the blame game. The blame game. We as scholars, we as students, we as prospective presidents or leaders of our nations, we should get rid of that victim mentality. We are no longer victim. White people did nothing to us anymore. Let's leave that. Because if you just sit now and say, they did it to us. They made us poor. They made us that we are not able to do something for ourselves. If you sit and play the blame game, you will always be like who you are. So we have to step out of something and do something. Yeah, is somebody here with me? Are you listening to me? So yes, as I said, the last one is the blame game. We should stop blaming people. We should stop blaming what happened. Our grandfather did this to us. Our grandmother. This is the president's fault. This is the minister's fault. As we are students, we should learn to get out of our comfort zones and do something. And do something that will transform our society. Look in the world. We have approximately 7 billion people. But do you know, literally, we can count the rich people among us? Literally, we can count the successful people. And those people are not exempted from us. They are not different. But what makes them different? What set them different? The ability to think. The ability not just to think, but to think for a change. So I hope if you don't leave from here with anything, you should leave from here with your mind open, just as I left from that pub with my mind open. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be where I am maybe. But because he humiliated me and told me that I'm from that dirty country where nothing happened, that's why I decided that something must happen. And instead of keeping it to myself, I thought to share it, and this is just the right audience to share it with. Because we need to get up. We should try we should try all things in new way and try to do new things. We should try to do something new. Every day when you wake up, try to do something new. Think about something new. Use your mentality. And get used to being uncomfortable. Comfort cannot make a man successful. Comfort cannot make a person to achieve. If I tell you that I'm working at the university, and before I worked there, we know that, that place, people told me, African, you work in university here, African, you do this work, it's not possible. But if it's possible, if you wake up and do something new, if you try to put yourself there. So in conclusion, I just want to say that we should learn to use our mind to get out of the poverty, the mental poverty. For I leave you with this word. So we have to think and ask the right questions. We have to move from our comfort zone. And let's look at the word according to Mark Twain. He said, if you always do what you have always done, you will always get what you have always got. That means if you always do things the same way, normal routine, you will continue to get normal answer. So all you need to do is, as you step forth today as students and leaders of our nations, when you go out there, you should think for a change. Go back to Africa, go back to Liberia, and change things that you think has been repeatedly done. Change things that you think is unacceptable. Change things that you think it makes you to look like the victim. Thank you so much.
As I told you, as we have seen, we are still here in the celebration of 172 years of independence of Liberia. And once again, I happen to meet a friend from Liberia. I would like to ask her to introduce herself, then we go on.
Okay, my name is Akia Precious Glay, Dr. Akia Precious Gireli. Yes, and I stayed in Turkey. I've been here for close to 5 years now.
One of my first impression when I see a Liberian here on the day like this one, 26th of July. What is this day to you?
Oh my God, it's just amazing because this is a date that we celebrate with enthusiasm. Yeah, we spoil things. I mean, we become so happy, and I'm so happy that we are here and celebrating this day, especially in Turkey, not in Liberia. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing because being an African, coming to study in Turkey, working in Turkey, it's really a pressure. It's really a pleasure to be having someone like you. I would like to listen from you a message of you today like this one to the youth in general, and particularly to African youth and the youth in Liberia.
Oh yeah. So what do I have to say to the youth in Africa and Liberia is that we shouldn't have limit because we can do anything, especially Liberian. Today is the 172 independence, and now we should forge forward for a new Liberia, or successful Liberia, or Liberia that think for a change, or Liberia that progress, or Liberia that need to be successful.
Yeah, Dr. Abia, it's 5 years you are in Turkey. You are celebrating the 172 years of independence of your country here in Turkey. How do you see this the relation between Turkey, Liberia, Turkey, Africa, and how do you feel here in Turkey?
Oh yeah, I feel so overwhelmed. Why? Because first of all, we had Turkish people here with us. All of them came in numbers to celebrate with us. That's a very huge thing. So therefore, I think that the relation between Liberia and Turkey is very tight, and is very like biological. Is important for us because they are so friendly, and we have been here. We studied in their institution, and I work in their institution too. So I think we are good. They are good people, and we all are good people.
Wow, it's amazing. And I would like to ask you lastly, Apia, doctor, working here in Turkey, staying here in Turkey. What is your dream? What is your dream for you yourself, for your Liberia, and for Africa in general?
Oh yeah, I have a big dream. I hope I succeed one day. I have a dream that what I learned, I should go back and implement. And by the way, I'm going back next month. I'm returning home finally next month. So yeah, I hope to go and develop my youth and make them to think very positively about themselves and stop the dream about we can make abroad, we can make Turkey, we can make America right in Africa. We don't need to go to Turkey or need to go to America to be American. So that's my dream, and I hope I succeed when I go back. Thank
Wow, allow me to wish you once again a happy Independence Day of Liberia, and wish you good luck in everything you are doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. We are keeping on. We will meet different people, talking to them. Keep in touch with us in this event of Liberia 172 Independence Celebration. Wow, I once again welcome another brother from Liberia. Allow me to give him the platform and introduce yourself, and we keep on talking.
My name is Sise, and I'm from Liberia. I'm a student here. I'm studying mechanical engineering.
Wow. How long have you been here in Turkey?
I've been here for 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. Sise, within a day like this one, in a celebration of 172 years of your country, how do you feel?
I feel amazing. It's so surreal, like being here right now and like being surrounded with a lot of Liberians. I just feel so good. I feel like I'm home, and it's something that really makes me feel more alive.
Wow, it's amazing. But I would like also to know, 4 years in Turkey as a Liberian, the country is celebrating its independence. What is your big dream and what is your big dream, and what is your message to you to the youth, to the young brothers back in Liberia and on the continent of Africa?
Well, my dream is to become a mechanical engineer, and I'm in my third year. I'm gonna be my fourth year next year, and then I'm gonna finish it, and that's my dream to become a mechanical engineer. And for the youth there in Liberia, I just tell you like, never give up, be proud of who you are, and always just keep fighting, because if I can do it, you can do it. Like everyone can do it.
Wow. Allow me to wish you once again a happy Independence Day of your country and wish you good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brother Sise. Wow, we are keeping on meeting people. We keep in touch. You keep in touch with the Natural Television in the 172 independence of Liberia. We keep in touch. Once again, on Natural Television is still here in the 172 celebration of Liberia independence. I happen to meet a friend. Accordez-moi de lui donner la parole et se présenter à vous.
Je suis Monsieur Fofana Moussa. Je viens de la Côte d'Ivoire. Je suis l'étudiant en doctorat dans les relations internationales à Gazi Université ici à Ankara.
Moussa, on est très content de vous rencontrer ici. Et ici, c'est la célébration de l'indépendance de la Libérie. Et j'aimerais de connaître quels sont vos sentiments. Qu'est-ce que vous sentez d'être ici aujourd'hui?
Vous savez très bien, le jour de l'indépendance d'un pays, c'est un grand jour pour ce pays, surtout le Liberia. Le Liberia est un pays historique pour l'Afrique de l'Ouest et nous connaissons, comme on appelle l'histoire du Liberia, depuis les États-Unis, temps de l'esclavage. Donc ce jour est un jour symbolique pour nous les Africains de l'Afrique de l'Ouest et surtout pour les Libériens. Voilà pourquoi quand je me trouve ici, je me rappelle de ces grands leaders africains, Kwame Nkrumah, Ahmed Sékou Touré, avec tous ces grands hommes africains qui ont donné, comme on appelle, l'énergie aux populations africaines pour avoir, comme on appelle, cette indépendance. Voilà pourquoi nous sommes tous heureux de nous retrouver ici pour partager cette joie, cette fête avec nos frères libériens.
Merci beaucoup, Moussa. Vous êtes ici étudiant à doctorat. Vous venez de l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Les gens là-bas qui nous regardent de l'Afrique, ils voulaient écouter un mot de message qui vient de vous, comme un Afrique de l'Ouest qui est ici en Turquie, qui fait le doctorat. Un petit message aux jeunes qui sont là-bas en Afrique.
Ce que j'aimerais dire aux amis africains, surtout aux amis africains de l'Afrique de l'Ouest, on doit se mettre au travail. Seul le travail paye. Nous devons travailler pour faire sortir l'Afrique de l'esclavage. Parce que l'Afrique, on a en fait une indépendance. Mais si nous voyons aujourd'hui, si nous regardons l'Afrique aujourd'hui, plusieurs plans politiques, économiques, plans social, même plan culturel, nous voyons que l'Afrique subit comme on appelle, un esclavage. Voilà pourquoi nous devons travailler dur pour avoir notre indépendance économique, pour avoir notre indépendance politique et pour avoir notre indépendance culturelle, sociale, etc. Tout ce que je pouvais dire, il faut travailler, car seul le travail libère un homme.
Merci beaucoup, Moussa. Nous vous souhaitons bonne chance partout. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, mon frère. Merci.
That was Mr. Moussa from Ivory Coast, one of the friends from Africa, with his message. And we are keeping on receiving different people still in the celebration of Liberia independence. Okay, we are still meeting in different friends from Africa in this celebration of Liberia independence. Allow me to welcome my next brother. Where are you from and who are you?
Thank you. My name is Sashi Chalwe. I'm coming from Zambia. Yes, and here I'm studying mechanical engineering. Yeah.
Chalwi, from Zambia, you are here in Turkey, but we found you here in the celebration of Liberia independence. How do you feel being here, being a part of this celebration?
Well, coming from a far place like Zambia and meeting my fellow brothers in such a manner gives me another welcoming, and a welcome which is very warm as we meet in such a manner. And being here for this Liberian independence, celebrating 172nd year of independence, gives us a good background of where we are coming from and where we've achieved our freedom and from what time, and continuing with our peace and prosperity and having a helping hand to each other as brothers.
Wow, Mr. I would like now to hear a message from you. We are Africans being here in Turkey, studying. What do you think could be the big ambition of African youth back in Africa, being here in Turkey, being wherever on the world? What would be the big ambition, the dream of all African youth on this day?
Well, to see and celebrating such a big event, it gives us a great feeling and passion to develop even our Africa more. We need to see more of Africa developing in terms of economical, it could be political, it could be in social, and that is bringing us together here. And with this unity, when we go back to Africa, it will create a stronger bond, because we've met people from different countries, like people from Liberia, we've met people from West Africa, East Africa, North Africa, other parts of Africa, and it will be a good foundation for us, as we will have a good foundation to start on with.
Thank you very much. Allow me to thank you very much, Mr. Louis, and wish you good luck in your studies and good luck in life.
Sure.
Thank you very
much, and thank you for having me with you here today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we are still here. We will be meeting different people. We are still in the celebration of 172 of Liberia independence here on Natural Television. We keep in touch with us. As we proceed with the celebration of Liberia independence, allow me once again to meet another sister of ours from Africa, from Liberia, and give her the platform to introduce herself.
Oh, I'm student Beno M. Jabate. I'm a student in Turkey. I have been here for 3 years. I'm in Laheyat, first year because I did in Hazilik, the preparation for Arabic and Turkish. Now this is my first year. I'm from Liberia.
Wow, it's a pleasure to meet someone from Liberia on this day, 172 years of independence. And I would like to know, how do you feel on a day like this?
I feel so grateful for you people coming. I'm so happy to celebrate my independence celebration in Turkey. I'm very happy and excited.
Wow, as a girl from Liberia, you take this long journey coming to study in Turkey, and it's an amazing thing. You are celebrating 172 years of independence. What is your big dream about life in general?
No, like I want to be a medical doctor, but like I can do it like here because like here is like theology. After my theology study, then I can start to do my nursing.
Wow, it's amazing. And how do you feel? How do you feel about life here in Turkey?
Life is good in Turkey, but like when you are back home, it's better because you have your mom and dad. But coming in Turkey is very it's a big challenge, like coming in another country for study. But alhamdulillah, we are here, we are all fine.
Wow, as a student here in Turkey, there are some youth back in Liberia who are watching us on Natural Television who would like to hear from you. What is your message to the youth down there in Liberia and in Africa in general?
Like for the girls in Liberia, what I'm like going to tell them, like they should keep on, like she have courage to go to school. Like some people don't want to go to school, but education is the key of success. So I'm only saying, like, appealing to them, they should go to school because education is the key of success.
Wow, thank you very much. We wish you once again a happy independence of your country and wish you good luck in life.
Thanks.
We thank you very much. We are here in the celebration of independence of Liberia. We keep on following the activities. It has been a very wonderful day to be with you here on the celebration of 172 years of Liberia independence. As we have seen, we have met different African fellow students, different people who are coming from Africa. They shared their experiences. We have learned about Liberia in general and different speeches. As you have seen, we thank you very much for keeping up with the Natural Television. We will always provide you the best. This is your best channel ever and ever on the planet and on the globe, Natural Television. You were with your boy, your friend, Camilos Lovos. Ciao. See you.